Hi, this is Edward Troxel. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to do a disable resample for all selected events on the timeline. This was a bigger issue in previous versions, but it still can be an issue in today's, and if you just want to selectively do it for a few events, this would be an easy way to just select them and then disable the resample on all of these events. First of all, let's take a look and see how we would do it in Vegas. In Vegas, when you right-click an event, you can go down to Switches, and here you can choose whichever resample mode you want. By default, in Vegas Pro 20, this is set to use Project Resample mode, so you could just disable it in the preferences, and that would disable them everywhere. But if you want them normal in most cases, but then disabled in a few cases, we can go through and tell it to disable only the selected events. Let's take a look at that code. So we're starting with our same base script that we've started with virtually every time. So after our myVegas equals Vegas, we're going to go for each track in myvegas.project.tracks. So we're going to look at every track. Then if it is a video track, because this only applies to video, then we're going to go for each event in that video track. If the event is selected, because we're only going to do selected events, the first thing we have to do is change that to a video event. So we convert our event to a video event, and we set video event as the variable name. Then we need to get our resample mode. So our video resample mode variable, called VR mode, is video resample dot disable. Now when we push the dot, we can see all the various options we have. So we have disable, we have force, we have optical flow. This is a newer one in newer versions, so in older versions of Vegas that option is not there. We have ProjectLevel, and we have smart. So in this case, we want to use the disable. And then on that video event, we set the resample mode to the video resample mode that we just picked in the variable VR mode. So let's run this and see how it works. So now we're back in Vegas, and let's just select a few of these events here on the timeline. So I've got 5 events selected here. So now let's run the script. Tools, scripting, run script. Then we ran the script, and now if we look at the one before it and go to switches, we will see it is still set to use Project Resample mode. If we select the first one that we had selected, we discover that there is a bug in Vegas Pro 19 and 20 where if it is set to project level, it will not be set to disabled. So in order to change it to disabled, you would have to change it to something else first and then change it to disabled. So for example, in Vegas Pro 20, we could change it to optical flow in code and then change it back to disabled, and it would be set to disabled. But for some reason, we cannot set it to disabled from a project level setting. So let's run this script in Vegas Pro 18. We go to Tools. And we can look at one of these events, go to Properties, and we will see that Disable Resample is chosen. Here we will see that Disable Resample is chosen. Let's go over here, and we will see that it is still set to use Project Resample mode. In Vegas Pro 20, it appears that if it is set to use Project Resample mode and you run the script, it will stay in use Project Resample mode. But if it is in any other mode, such as frame blend or optical flow, and you run the script, then it will properly switch to disable resample. Don't know exactly why that is. I will be reporting that. But that is how you would use a script to choose disable resample. And we could also do it like to set a bunch of them to say optical flow. So if we came in here and changed this to dot optical flow, save that, run it again. We'll just pick those, run the script, and we will see that now it is set to optical flow. This one is set to optical flow. This one, which we haven't touched, is still set to use project resample mode. And then of course frame blend is the one that's labeled smart. So as you can see, the script can be a very powerful tool. Every now and then some bugs do crop in that need to be reported, which I will do so on this one. But if it is not set to disable resample mode or use project settings, then it will automatically switch it to disable, and all the other settings appear to be working fine. So if you like this tutorial, let me know. Send me some comments. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. And just let me know what direction you'd like me to proceed with this channel. Please sign up at www.jettv.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.